Hey YouTube, Maestro here from Bendu Lightsaber Combat. Today we're going to be talking about something really that I find fascinating and exciting. It's Soresu, the ethics of defense. Why does Soresu adopt the mentality and the viewpoint that it does? Why does Soresu go to all the trouble of being such a defensively oriented art? Why does it make life difficult for itself? It would be so much easier, some consider or some argue, to just attack, to just have a balance between attack and defense. Why? Why does Soresu take the hard way, the long way around? Why does Soresu do what it does? Why does it take that long way? Because it's founded on the idea of the ethics of defense, the concept that there is a right and a wrong way to go about defending yourselves. If that's too extreme, consider it this way, that there's an optimal way to defend yourself, a higher, better way. Not to say that other ways are ineffective, not to say that they're necessarily wrong, just to say that there's a better synthesis of ways and means that can come together in an ethical way to defend yourself without compromising your own ethics. Okay, here we have on the board some exquisite artwork depicting the lowest level of ethical defense. What this is one subject unprovokedly attacking another without cause and without restraint. He's inflicting lethal damage to his opponent when his opponent has done nothing to warrant that level of reaction. This is an example of the lowest, from Soresu's standpoint, mode of ethical defense. Okay, now we have the second example. This one's a little bit better. Our violent subject isn't unprovokedly attacking this guy. What he's doing is he's flicking him off to provoke him into attacking him so that when he uses this gun behind his back, he'll be justified. This level is a little bit better, arguably, than the first. He's not unprovokingly, he's not attacking this guy, behind his back with no warning, just attacking him willy-nilly. He's got a reason. He does need to defend himself, but the reason that he needs to defend himself is entirely his fault. He's provoking a confrontation so that his reaction will be justified. Ethically, this is a very low level of defense, but technically it's a little bit better than A. Okay, in example C, we see a little bit better improvement in the ethics of this person's defensive strategy. He's not provoking this attack. However, what he is doing is responding with lethal intent. So this attack is coming into him, and he's responding by writing off the other person's right to exist at all, and using that to justify a lethal reaction. Whether this is by choice or whether it's because he doesn't have any other options is largely debatable and semantics. The true situation is he's being attacked and he's resorting to lethal measures to defend himself. Is it justifiable? Depends on your point of view. Okay, so here we have an example now of the highest level of ethical defense that we can have. What we see here is our subject again being unprovokedly attacked, but then dealing with that attack in such a manner and with such skill that his opponent, though defeated, though stymied, though stopped from his attack, rendered harmless, or as we say in Soresu, neutralized, is not suffering any permanent damage at all. And the subject has succeeded in his goal of staying alive and defending himself, without resorting to the rule of lethal violence. Okay, so from those examples, we see that there are many different levels of ethics in the process and the ethics of defense. Soresu firmly believes in the last, firmly believes in the highest level of ethical consideration and conduct, even in a life and death situation. For a Soresuist, the goal is not the destruction of the opponent. The goal is survival, preservation of both the self and the other. This preservation even extends into the integrity of that person's physical form. Soresuists do not engage in activity that's going to cause permanent maiming damage to the opponent. Even at the most desperate, a Soresuist's go-to maneuver in that case is the flicking repulsed, or the viper's tongue. And with that movement, if you're familiar with it from our fundamentals series, it's a strike to the wrist to disable the opponent's ability to fight while still preserving his life and as much of his physical integrity as possible. So Soresu really dedicates itself to the highest ethics of defense that are available to them. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Have good luck, study hard, and master these techniques.